I'm Sarah. I've been studying early childhood studies for about the last 20 years. I started my journey with the Higher National Diploma in Early Childhood Studies at college, and then progressed there onto my BA in Early Childhood Studies and then my PGCE in Primary Education with an Early Years Specialism. I worked as a primary school supply teacher for a number of years before having my family. I took a little bit of time out then to look after the two boys. And coming back into education, I took a little deviation and ended up in the further education sector, where I am currently an early years lecturer. I coordinate both a level 3 programme and a foundation degree programme. Master's study has always been at the back of my mind. I remember being offered that as an option after my PGCE at university, but at the time I think I was worn out with studying at that stage and wanted to get into the world of work. It's always been at the back of my head, and as my two sons got a little bit older, I thought that was the time to do something for myself. Studying at Stranmillis for the Masters, there was a number of benefits, namely the staff and the tutors who were always on hand to help. They were always at the end of the phone or an email if I needed them. Small class sizes, it meant that I got lots of interaction with my peers and their experiences. I drew on a lot of it as well in my studies. So I took the part-time option. Working full-time and raising a family meant that was the option open to me, and it really fitted in well. There were certain times of the year that were very busy, but it was doable. So what I liked about coming onto the Masters programme is there was a range of module options which changed every year as well. So for example, I engaged in an outdoor learning module, a critical perspectives module, but my favourite I think was the wellbeing module, which then fed into my dissertation in the end. I would highly recommend the course to anybody who is thinking about it. As I said, the tutors are really welcoming, and they are there to support you. My advice would be to do plenty of reading, stay on top of things where you can, and utilise your peers and the tutors. Very important. I'm always talking to my students about being a reflective practitioner. I'm always telling them that we can't all know everything. So continuing professional development is really important. I find for myself, because I have been out of the early years classroom, I suppose, for about 8 years, it's really important for me to stay on top of current trends and current issues within early years so that I can pass that on to my students. I found that by studying for my Masters, it helped me to relate to my foundation degree students a lot more. I would have a lot of mature students coming into my classroom who are raising families, working full time and studying, so it helped me get onto their level as well.